Shalom, Yasharallah, Bahashem, Yahushai, all praises, glory to Yahweh, Hallelujah, praise Yahweh. And saying that, learn and understand what this political game is about, because see, y'all like understanding. So y'all fall victim to the lies, to the deceit of these politicians, their agendas. Because see, understand, these politicians, they already know the play. They already know that their time is up. But it's just that you all don't understand. You understand me? Because see, understand, these politicians are playing out Yahweh prophecies. Because see, Yahweh prophecies are played out politically. See, y'all have to understand the spiritual war that y'all be talking about. That spiritual war is politically being played out. Do you understand me? And see, y'all like understanding in certain areas, so y'all fall victim and die outside of your faith. Y'all end up accepting that mark of the beast. Y'all end up accepting that chip system, not knowing and understanding that you already have that chip system. You already have that mark in you. You already walked inside that wide gate. Because broad is the way. Because broad, you lack understanding. And many, many believers, many righteous people that believe and have moral values, they walk inside that wide gate because they lack understanding. Because see, understand, Nancy Pelosi, she already know what to play. Bill Clinton, he know what to play. Barack Obama, he already know what to play. Before we get into it, Michael Jackson, what's the song? They don't care about us. First thing he said, I think what in the second lyrics, what he said, Jew me, because they told him that you was a Jew, you a Hebrew Israelite. You understand me? But yeah, but Michael Jackson sold his soul when he was very young, and his father signed him to Illuminati when they was young. You understand me? But understand that AOC and all these people know the play. They already know what time it is, because see, in their synagogues, they worship Baphomet. Understand, Lucifer already know the scriptures back and forth, because I think in what Luke, where he say I seen Satan fall like lightning, because Lucifer was in there in the beginning. So he already know the in and outs of what this prophecy is about. Do you understand me? But see, understand that these politicians, they know that their time is up. So what happens is that they pushing these agendas. But yet y'all like understanding in these agendas, because see, these agendas are meant to enslave you before Yahweh Shai come. Do you understand me? The last act of wickedness is that chip system. Meaning that once you got that chip in you, you cannot come back to Yahweh God. There is no repentance. You belong to the government, and that's a fact. You understand me? It is what it is, and a lot of you all have that chip and mark of the beast. You understand me? Because y'all like understanding of what y'all voting for. You understand me? So what happens is that y'all put these people in the power, and what happens is they turn around and enslave you. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is, because see, these politicians, they know and understand. It's a political game. But y'all like understanding, because see, understand, they already know that the world going to come to an end. So what they're going to do is they're going to pass these agendas. And one of their agendas is that Green New Deal. Because see, understand, you hear AOC and all them when Biden, the Biden administration was in office, and how the Democrats and the Independents were talking about the end of the world. Then you had the climate activists and whatnot paving themselves to the road, tying themselves up in the name of climate. Because see, they understand and know, even though the activists don't understand the scriptures, they don't understand that this world will come to a close. But the elite of these politicians know and understand that it's coming to a close. Before we get into it, let me go to let me get Isaiah 24 right quick, and then let me head down to 5. Isaiah 24 verse 5. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken an everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolated. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and a few men are left. Meaning that this world is going to come to an end because man worship creation than the creator. That's what Paul tell you that. You understand me? When you go to Romans 1, where he tell you, y'all worship creation more than the creator. You understand me? So the world is defiled. You understand me? Because of the corruption of man. See, y'all have to learn and understand what this political game is about because it's all politically related. Again, the spiritual war that you talk about is played out through these politicians. You understand me? Because what did he tell Daniel? Close the book up. You understand me? Matter of fact, let me get that, let me go into the book of Daniel 12 right quick, and let me get 10.
Just gonna pass through.
Oh, go ahead. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Let's start at 9. Verse 9. And he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed and sealed up to the time of end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the righteous shall understand. Meaning that this book is closed even to this day. See, so y'all like understanding when it comes to these politicians' agendas. You understand me? Because again, they playing out Yahweh prophecies. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so the earth is defiled, and it's going to come to an end. And the few that are left are those that receive salvation. You understand me? Listen to what Christ said. Let me go into the book of Luke 21 and I think 21 and 36. Luke 21 verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be worthy you may be accounted worthy. Listen, you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Meaning that you're going to have some events that's going to take place. And what y'all got to look out for are astronomical and cataclysmic events. You understand me? Because see, understand the end of the world is based on these events. You understand me? And these politicians already know the game. They already know the play that their time is up. You understand me? See, so before their time is up, they're going to rule. It's embedded into the scriptures. You understand me? When you have that great tribulation, because see, understand that tribulation period is where you're going to have legislations and agendas that's going to be passed. You understand me? And the people that's going to be in office are going to be socialist and communist people, because they don't believe in Yahweh God. They believe in the commandments of man and in the enslavement of man. Do you understand me? See, so understand that these politicians already know, and they're going to push these agendas, and one of their agendas to control you is that Green New Deal. You understand me? So they want to stop you from driving cars. You understand me? But yet they're going to continue to drive a car. They're going to continue to ride in airplanes and tell you about emissions in the air and greenhouse gases and whatnot and fossil fuels. You understand me? And you're still going to need a little fossil fuel to continue living in this world, in this society. You understand me? See, so what happened is that basically when they push these agendas, they control or they restrict your mobility. Do you understand me? See, so if you go here and you being disobedient to the system, what happens is that they're going to have that switch, they're going to cut that shit off. You understand me? And you got that chip in you, and you be disobedient, they're going to shut that chip off and you dead. Do you understand me? It is what it is. See, so y'all have to learn and understand how this game is being played, and y'all lack that understanding. Because see, understand, the world will come to a close. You understand me? And that's a fact. Okay, that's why talking about when AOC and all them Talia Libs and all them Bowman and all them were pushing this Green New Deal. Because see, that Green New Deal is basically to stop the end of the world, but it's not going to stop the end of the world, because it's embedded into the scripture. But what that Green New Deal is to slow the pace of the world coming to an end, slow it down, so that they can remain in power and they can continue to control you until that time comes to the very end. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. In fact, let's get into it. So let's go and saying all that, let's get to Ecclesiasticus. And let's go ahead on at 1 and Ecclesiasticus 1 and 9. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that have been. Now the thing that have been is basically talking about destruction. That's the thing that have been. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be. And destruction shall be, meaning that that's a future prophecy that's going to come to pass. Do you understand me? In fact, let's go to 2 Peter. Let me get 2 Peter 2 and 13. And 13, and then let me go on here into Daniel. Go back into the book of Daniel. We're gonna go to 8 and 19 right quick. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 13. Nevertheless, we according to his promise, listen. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwell righteousness, and the righteousness are the commandments. See, so he promised a new heaven and a new earth. You understand? Let's go up to Peter, 2 Peter. Let's go up chapter 3. Let's go up to verse 5. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 5. For this they are willingly ignorant of, and a lot of you all are ignorant. Because see, y'all think that America is going to last long. You all think that these politicians is going to save you. You understand me? Y'all think that this world going to be last, 555 more years. But it's not going to happen. Do you understand me? That's a fairy tale. That's false. Let's read that again. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 5. For this they are willingly are ignorant. And they are willingly ignorant. Because why? They willingly to reject the truth. Do you understand me? See, a lot of people reject the truth but embrace fantasy. Why? Because see, fantasy is better than the reality of life. You understand me? See, they don't want to face the realities of life. You understand me? See, so when you don't face the realities of life, you be willingly rejected. You willingly, willfully reject the truth and then embrace the commandments of man. You understand? Let's read that again. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 5. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that the word of Yahweh, the heavens, were of old, and the earth standing out of the water in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by that same word, listen, by that same word are kept in store and reserved unto the fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. Meaning that a new heaven and new earth will take place. So therefore, the world that we live in now, which is known as the old, although it's being played out now, is going to come to a close. Daniel chapter 8 verse 19. And he said, behold, I will make thee know what shall be the last end of the indignation. For at the time appointed the end shall be. Meaning that a time was appointed for this world to close. You understand me? And it will come to a close. You understand? Hey, it is what it is. You understand me? See, so understand that a time is appointed, because in the 6 days he created the heavens and the earth. He created an end time. You understand me? You have to go back into the beginning. You understand? Hey, it is what it is. In fact, let me go into the book of Isaiah, and let me go to the Isaiah 46, and let me have and 10. Isaiah 46 verse 10, declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times, the things that which are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. Meaning that he from the beginning he declared in their time. Do you understand me? Now let's go back to that beginning. So we're gonna go ahead on into the book of Genesis, the 6th chapter. And then we're gonna start at verse 5. Genesis chapter 6, verse 5. And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Meaning that even though the commandments never came into play, yet the ways how they were living were against the commandments, even though it did not come out yet. You understand me? Because the commandments didn't come into play yet. See, so when there was no law, there was no sin. Yet, understand that what took place in that first world before the commandments was a violation of the commandments. Do you understand? Let's read that again. Genesis chapter 6, verse 5. And Yahweh saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continuously. It repented the Lord that he made man on earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and creepy things and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them. Now let's go to verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generation, and Noah walked with Yahweh. Meaning that, when it's saying perfect, meaning that Noah didn't sin, because he did sin. But understand, his imagination wasn't wicked due to the fact of that idolization. You understand me? Because he was perfect, because his imagination was set on Yahweh God, because he believed in Yahweh God. Do you understand me? So as a result, he was saved. Go back to Isaiah 24. A few, majority are burnt, but a few are left. And those 8 people were saved by Noah. You understand me? Because see, Noah was a sinner too. Noah didn't do nothing righteous to be saved. Do you understand me? Because the commandments didn't come out yet and sin wasn't imputed yet. But however, understand the lifestyle and the ideology of man was wicked. Do you understand me? The difference with Noah was that he wasn't an idol worshiper. So he was perfect. Do you understand me? We in Genesis 6. Let's go down to verse 13. Genesis chapter 6, verse 13. And Yahweh said unto Noah, the end of all flesh come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. See, even though he gonna destroy the earth and his creation, or basically he gonna destroy man, or he gonna destroy his creation as a whole. And he found grace. He found grace in Noah. You understand me? But understand that although he found grace in Noah, yet his prophecies are destruction. Future destruction is coming. Listen to what he's saying. We was in Isaiah. Let's go ahead into Isaiah 65, and let me get 8. Isaiah 65, verse 8. Thus saith the Lord, as new wine is found in the cluster, and one say, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it. So I do for my servants' sakes, that I may not destroy them all. And that's when you go to the scriptures where Isaiah say, I think what Isaiah say, we should have been like Sodom and Gomorrah. Do you understand me? But because of his covenant, okay, it is what it is. Verse 9. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judah an inheritor of my mountains, and that's Yahweh. And my elect shall inherit it, and my servant shall dwell there. And them servants are what you call the Gentile nations. Do you understand me? Because y'all are going to be servants in the kingdom. Yet you all are going to come and learn and understand what y'all worshiping. So when y'all get in the kingdom, y'all going to be obedient. Do you understand me? But understand the kingdom is made for the children of Israel to rule. And these 12 tribes makes up that divine governance system. Because the commandments governs a body of people, and it's divine due to the fact that it come directly from Yahweh God. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let me go into Isaiah 55, and let me get verse 10. Isaiah 55 verse 10. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not hither, but watereth the earth, and make it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater. So shall my words be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. Meaning that if you plant something and it's going to grow, meaning that his prophecies is going to come to pass. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's get back. All right, boss. Let's go back. Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1, verse 9. The thing that have been, which is destruction, it is that which shall be, it's destruction, because that's a future prophecy. That's why they pushing all these agendas. Because at the end of the day, before the daytime is up, they're going to rule and they're going to control you. Do you understand me? Understand that chip system, okay? And that which is done is that which shall be done. Meaning that you had destruction throughout history. You understand me? You had destruction in the beginning, and throughout history you have destruction, and in the end time you're going to have destruction. And even though you have destruction right now present, you understand me? You had a lot of destruction through earthquakes and tsunamis. Do you understand me? Destruction is coming. Okay? It ain't nothing new. Okay? So destruction have been, and it's going to take place. Do you understand me? It is what it is. Listen to what Peter say. I think what? 2 Peter? No, let me get 1 Peter. Let me get 1 Peter 4 and what? 7? First Peter chapter 4 verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Listen. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer. See, so you have to be sober and watch unto prayer. And what you have to watch are these astronomical and these cataclysmic events that trigger these political events that's going to take place. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is, meaning that you have astronomical events that's going to trigger these cataclysmic events. And these events are going to trigger the political events that take place. Because see, understand, man and the cosmos are in connection. Do you understand me? What's the song? Michael Jackson, Another Part of Me. When you say the planets are lining up, because see, when they line up, you have events that take place on Earth. You understand me? See, understand that a lot of things is not being taught into the churches, so y'all like understanding, because the church is not designed to teach you in what you worship, and yet it's to keep you in idolatry. Why? Because through idolatry they continue to rule over you religiously. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is, because see, understand, religion is a governing system of man. You understand me? Religion has nothing to do with Yahweh God. Okay, that's man stuff. Okay, let's read that again. First Peter chapter 4 verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer. See, so all things is at hand. That's why these politicians are pushing these agendas. They pushing this Green New Deal. They pushing these electric cars. Do you understand me? They pushing these windmills because see they want to slow it down because before the world end they want to enslave you. You understand me? They want to enslave you through these policies and regulations, these agendas that y'all vote for. You understand me? But y'all like understanding. All right. Let me go into Lamentations, and let me have 4:17. Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes yet for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. So in y'all eyes, y'all in the physical sight, y'all look for a nation that could not save y'all. Y'all look for these civil rights leaders, but they can't save you. Y'all look for these Democrat white people, they can't save you. Do you understand me? And from 1965, y'all been looking for the black Americans or the so-called African Americans, been looking for economic prosperity from the 65 Voting Right Era Act. You understand me? All the way up until now. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's read that again. As for us, our eyes yet for our vain help. Meaning that y'all voted for Barack Obama, but y'all got nothing in return. Y'all voted for, y'all were going for Kamala Harris, but she lost. Chicago voted for Lightfoot, and she was bad, so they voted the same person in, and they was all black, right? These black people, what happened? These black people came into office, and these black people did nothing for black people. Do you understand me? Johnson in Chicago, he ripped all them niggas off. All them black people. See, that's what I was telling somebody on my job. A lot of you niggas, a lot of you black people is fucking stupid. Y'all silent because y'all don't understand politics. Y'all don't understand these agendas. These agendas is designed to enslave you. You understand me? They are designed to enslave you. See, like I told somebody earlier, he got mad, right, and walked off. But the facts is the facts. You got these you got the Northern Kingdom jumping the southern border. Why is they leaving Chile? Why is they leaving Colombia? Why is they leaving Venezuela? Because they voted these people into power, these socialists, and when these socialists came into power, they was eating out of garbage can. So they came to America. America's a capitalist country. And they trying to turn, and these politicians gonna turn America, or trying to turn America into a socialist, communist country, which is gonna be another third world country. Do you understand me? Like Madani in New York, right? If he win that New York race, what's gonna happen? He won a government-run store, meaning that, like I was telling somebody earlier, a government-run store, meaning that you're not finna go into the store anytime that you want to. Okay, say like we got Publix, right? You got whatever grocery store. You can go to the grocery store in and out, but when it comes to a state government run store, it ain't gonna be running no in and out. All right, once a month you're gonna get a bag of rice and some canned goods, and they're gonna tell you see you next month because the government got regulations and policies in place. Same thing with the Section 8. In order for them to continue with Section 8, they gotta abide by these rules and regulations. That's enslavement. But y'all don't get it. And the reason why y'all don't get it because y'all physically see it as free. You understand me? Because due to the fact of that, due to curses of Deuteronomy 28, and from the transatlantic slave trade, the African Americans never had anything. But that's a lie. Because America was great in the late 1800s. Niggas, black people have money, power, jobs, and everything. You understand me? The Democrats, started by Andrew Johnson, the Democrats, Andrew Johnson vetoed 40 acres in the moon. Do you understand me? They put up the Jim Crow laws. And before the Jim Crow laws and after the Jim Crow laws, you had black people that was in politics. You had black people, you had like thousands of black people that owned black slaves. You understand me? Niggas own niggas. You understand me? The South Africans sold us to the white man. The Arab nations, they sold us to the white man. See, so all that racist bullshit, you can say that shit, okay? You can save it because see that racism comes from people that lack understanding, that don't have no knowledge. So their knowledge is Facebook, Twitter, X, social media. You understand me? And I told somebody this. You notice that every riot that take place, everybody riot. The stores, they riot. Walmart, Kmart, what Dick's Sporting Goods, Foot Locker, the jewelry store. But you will never see no black people run up inside Barnes and Nobles to steal books to read, because niggas don't really read. They get their shit off the internet. You understand me? Their history and everything that they want to know about life come off social media. You have to be silent in your thinking. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so the white man, the so-called white man, he understands this. But so-called black people, y'all don't understand. But then you have to understand, it's not about skin color, because these black people is on the same side of the so-called white man, the Edomites. Do you understand me? Barack Obama is from Skull and Bones. George Bush, the Bushes, those is frat brothers. Do you understand me? Roland Martin, he rolled with white people. He's an alpha. Martin Luther King is an alpha. Martin Luther King is a socialist. Roland Martin is a fucking socialist. You understand me? Hey, learn and understand that these politicians and these puppets, they already know the play. It's just that you all lack understanding. Okay? It is what it is. Let's go back. Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes yet for our vain help. And now watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. They hunt our steps that we cannot go into our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Meaning that y'all can't go out in the streets, not saying so much with the surveillance cameras. You understand me? I'm watching you out in the streets, but y'all can't go out into the streets. Why? Because when you go out into the streets to make money, the government is right there. You understand me? Because y'all voted, y'all protested, and y'all put legislations in place to enslave them. You understand me? See, like these politicians, they not stupid. To enslave a nigga, to enslave the so-called African Americans, they want to push this agenda. See, so once you get on the board with this agenda, and it passes, next thing you know, you are enslavement. How you think Chicago want to flip red now? Because when they found out that, hold on, Johnson is just as better than Lightfoot, but these are black people. You understand me? See, niggas, black people don't care about black people. Why? Because these people sold they soul, alright, for money, fame, property, and prestige. You understand me? They're on the same page. Because see, understand, this political game is not about skin color. It's about being in control and power. You understand me? That's what this is about. Control and power. Alright? But see, to the people that lack understanding, this is about skin color. You understand me? See, so if you think about skin color, then you are easily divided. You understand me? You are easily conquered. Because it's a strategy. Let's go back. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes yet for our vain help, and now watch for a nation that could not save us. And the nation ain't going to save you. The Democratic Party ain't going to save you. The NAACP and the NAACP, they not black no more. They're not original black people no more. They are basically all white people. They are run and function by white liberals. You understand me? The real NAACP black people got assassinated. They got executed. You understand me? And ever since the execution, the NAACP done got lighter and lighter. And notice how the NAACP are embracing these philosophical agendas. You understand me? Now you got the NAACP standing up for the LGBT community, saying you violating their civil rights. Yo, understand? Yo, I just laugh at this shit, right? Because see, y'all have to understand. See, I understand this game, and I can see all through the bullshit. You know? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 19. Our prosecutors are swifter than eagles of the heaven. They pursue us upon mountains and lay wait for us in the wilderness. And America is the wilderness. And the mountains are symbolic for those governing system or that government. You got a local government, you got a state government, and you got a federal government. And the federal government fly real high. Like the eagle, American eagle, they fly high. Right? And then they look down. Oh, here in the street. Oh, he's selling oils? Oh, let's get his ass. Next thing you know, Illuminati representative, I call him the police officer. See, the police represent, they push the Illuminati agenda. So here come the police, Illuminati agents, they come up, yo, you need license. Yo, let me see some ID. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand that whatever move you make in the streets, they have to go by the government. You understand me? And I teach my kids some of this stuff too, right? Like my sons, right? They getting ready before school start. They getting ready to sell water, right? Because I give them money, because my kids in the capitalism. I gave them money, and they turned around and brought a cooler, and then they brought some water, and then they went out and sold it. They came back and told me, yo, daddy, I done made $40, $50 off this water. Like what? And I'm telling them that's capitalism. That's tax-free money, right? And the government don't like that. So they want to take everything that you have. See, so understand these agendas of these politicians is nothing but to take everything that you have. And so when they come down and wait for you in the wilderness and they come take everything, that's called socialism. In America, that is called bureaucracy. Globally, it's called socialism. Because see, socialism is to extol and commune ownership, confiscation of private property, meaning that America racist. So what happened is that you agree, so the government gonna come in and take all your shit. Same thing with New York City with Madonna, because the New York people, they don't understand this political game. So what happened is that they gonna vote Madonna in, and they gonna turn around and be enslaved. Then they gonna be wondering why every month they gotta go to the store. They gonna wonder why I can't go to the store every other day. You understand me? Then they gonna find out, because your time, your end is near. Your time is up now, because you enslaved your own self through these policies and agendas that you were protesting and pushing for and voted for. Not understanding. Because see, a Mexican and even Venezuelans here in America, they can go back to their home country. Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand. See, so understand this game. Let's go back. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is that which is done is that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it is may be said, see, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us. Meaning that this ain't nothing new. The difference is just the technology. But yet the behavior patterns are the same. Tricking goes way back into the ancient world. You understand me? Prostitution ain't nothing new. You understand me? Stealing ain't nothing new. Manipulation ain't nothing new. You understand me? Being deceitful, using deceitful words ain't nothing new. They was doing that back in the ancient world. You understand me? See, so understand that life repeats itself. Destruction took place in the beginning, and throughout history it took place, and it's gonna take place at the end. Do you understand me? Verse 11. There is no remembrance of the former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after. Meaning that there is going to be no more remembrance of cars and the society, how we live in today, in that kingdom. It's not going to be how this society is. Because see, understand, the world we live in today is corrupt. The world we live in today is a violation, and it goes against Yahweh God. You understand me? That's why Christ said in Matthew 6, you can't serve money and you can't serve God and money and materialism or men. Do you understand me? And a lot of y'all worship creation. Y'all serve the material matters of the world, whether it comes to fame, success, and fortune. You understand me? It's not just about the images of idolization. Y'all idolize the material matters of this world. You understand me? The true matters of this world goes against Yahweh God. You understand me? Let me go into the book of First John 2 and 6 right quick. 2 and 16, Shalaki. First John chapter 2 verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Father Yahweh abideth forever. And that will of Yahweh to abide forever is to exercise those commandments. You understand me? Because the commandments is what's going to keep you safe. The commandments is going to guide you to eternal life. But understand, the church don't teach you the commandments. They're not designed to teach you the commandments. You understand me? They keep you on the social issues, and those social issues cause y'all to worship the material matters, or cause y'all to worship the material matters of this world. Cause y'all to be obedient to the material matter. Cause y'all to be obedient to the ideology and the philosophical views of this world. Because the views and ideology goes against Yahweh God. You understand me? And Yahweh God is against the ideology, philosophy of man. That's why Christ said what? John 7, the world cannot hate you, but it hated me because I testify of it. You understand me? And the commandments testify that the world is wicked. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so there's going to be no more remembrance. You understand me? In fact, let me get Isaiah 65. Let me get Isaiah 65 and 17. Isaiah 65 verse 17. For behold, I create a new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall not be remembered nor come into mind. Due to the fact of that we're going to have new bodies. Do you understand me? See, so the old world that we live in now, which is the old, this would not be the same lifestyle or the same world that we live when that kingdom comes. Do you understand me? See, so the world that we live in won't even come to mind, because the things that's in this world are corrupt. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's get listen to what Christ say. So let's go to John, to the book of John. We're gonna go to the 12th chapter. And we're gonna go to 25. John chapter 12 verse 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hated his life in this world shall keep it unto eternal. Why? Because the commandments is what's going to keep your soul. A lot of people reject the commandments, embrace the religious ideology, philosophy of man, and as a result of that, they go through that wide gate. You understand me? As a result of that, embracing the the commandments of man, what happens is they end up with that mark of the beast. They end up worshiping that beast. Do you understand me? But understand, your name has to be written. If your name is not written, then it's a wrap. You understand me? See, so y'all have to learn and understand that this is not no game. This is reality. This is what the play is about. This is what this game is about. You understand me? All that fairy tale play shit, you can say that shit for elementary school. You understand me? But understand, they know that the world finna come to a close. You understand me? And it's the future prophecy. Do you understand me? And in fact, let me get Ezekiel. Let me get Ezekiel 25 and 17. Ezekiel 25 verse 17. And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes. And they shall know that I am the Lord when I shall lay my vengeance upon them. And when these events take place, then you're gonna know and understand. Okay? Let's go over to 24 and let's go down to verse 14. Ezekiel 24 verse 14. I the Lord have spoken it, it shall come to pass. I will do it, I will not go back, neither will I spare, neither will I repent. According to thy ways and according to thy doing, they shall judge thee, said the Lord. Meaning that the human is going to judge their own self. And they judge their own self by violating the commandments of Yahweh God. You understand me? The imagination of man is wicked. You understand? That's why on Luke, I think Luke 4:16, I believe, where he say the Spirit is upon me to those that are blind, those that are captive, those that are bruised, that he going to heal them. Do you understand me? It is what it is, because see, y'all have to understand the ideology and the thoughts of men are wicked. You understand me? And those those thoughts are philosophical thoughts. They are not divine thoughts. Because see, understand, Noah, everybody after Adam and Eve was created in iniquity and conceived in a sin. And that's including Noah. That's why Noah was corrupt too. You understand me? But he wasn't an idol worshiper. So that's the see, understand Yahweh Shai coming. We're gonna hold that right. And let's go to the book of Hebrew. And let's get Hebrews 12 and 24. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 24. And to Yahweh Shai, the media of a new covenant, and the blood sprinkling that speaketh better things than Abel. Let's read that again. And to Yahweh Shai, the media of a new covenant, and to the blood of sprinkling that speaketh better things than that of Abel. Why? Because Abel's sheep, even though it was his firstborn, yet that sheep was corrupt and spotted. Do you understand me? See, so Yahweh Shai knew no sin but became sin. You understand me? See, there's a lot of things that y'all have to learn and understand, okay, on how to walk into this truth. Because see, a lot of y'all don't know how to walk into this truth. And what happens is that y'all walk straight inside that gate. Without lack of understanding, y'all walking straight on in. You understand me? Y'all don't ask y'all pastors questions. Y'all don't point things out, because the church going to keep you in the philosophical, social issues of life, because the heart is where those issues flow at. You understand me? That's why in Proverbs 21, what Yahweh Shai say, keep that heart diligent, because out of it flows the issues of life. And those issues that y'all be in church with are philosophical issues, are social issues, are cultural issues. They have nothing to do with worshiping and learning and understanding these commandments. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Okay? See, so y'all have to learn and understand these things. You understand me? Let's get back. Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 verse 9. The thing that happened, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun. Why? Because earth repeats itself. You understand me? Is there anything whereof that it may be said, see, this is new? It have already been of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of the former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things to come, or to come with those that shall come after. Meaning that the lifestyle we live today, this won't even come into mind. In fact, let me go in the Apocrypha, and let me get 2nd Ezra, I believe 2nd Ezra 7. And I'm going to go ahead on into 43. 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past, impotence is at the end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that destroyed. And destroy means put an end. Nor to oppress him that have gotten that victory, meaning that those that have gotten that victory in that kingdom, we will not be depressed. We will not be oppressed. You understand me? We will not be destroyed. We will not come to an end, but we're going to continue to rule over you Gentiles. We're going to continue to exercise lordship over you Gentiles. Do you understand me? It ain't no more the other nations ruling over the children of Israel. David is going to be king again, and you had the elect that return to Jacob, and we're going to exercise these commandments because you Gentiles are going into slavery. Okay? See, so all that about you all, this Jesus nonsense, and that you already know the scriptures and all this and that, at the end of the day, all of y'all is in idolization. All of y'all dying in idolization, idol worshiping, because his name is not Jesus. You understand me? Y'all don't know and understand. But like I told one of my Gentile friends at the work, you can go ahead and do it because you have no covenant. You understand me? But the children of Israel should know better. Okay, you Gentiles, y'all don't know better. But understand, y'all gonna come and learn these commandments because y'all going into slavery. Alright, but at the end of the day, we're not going to remember the lifestyle of this world because it's corrupt. You understand me? We're going to have new bodies. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. In fact, I'm in the Apocrypha. Let me go into, let me get 2nd Ezra right quick. Yeah, I was in 2nd Ezra. Let me go ahead into 9. 7, let me go up to 9 right quick. Go ahead. All you gotta do is gotta do that. Nah, go ahead. 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 5. They already know that when I come out here, they always come and do that. They always come. Like they don't like the word. And they from the tribe of Levi. 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Go ahead. Nah, go ahead. Nah, go ahead. Go through. Nah, you go, bro. 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 5. For like all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And the end is manifest. It manifests in what? Political, astronomical, that leads to the cataclysmic events that's going to take place. Do you understand me? That's what the end of the world is based on, and that's what the kingdom is based on. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 6. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works. Mainly talking about in the beginning of creation. He created the heavens and the earth, and the 6th day he created man. You understand me? And he made the 7th day to rest, but what happened? Man violated that and made it a work day. You understand me? They changed the 7th day and turned it into the days that they want to according to their calendar. You understand me? See, so they defiled the heavens. They defiled the earth. You understand me? See, so the earth is being defiled. It's defiled, so the earth is cursed. So by the earth being cursed, it's going to come to a close because he's going to destroy his own creation. Do you understand me? His creation is going to work for him. But y'all don't understand that. But y'all will. Let's start from 5 again. 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and ending and effects and signs. And no effects are what you call cataclysmic events that's going to take place. Tsunamis, earthquakes, and whatnot taking place, famine, through political wars. You understand me? Diseases. Do you understand? Those are the effects. And the signs are astronomical. Go back to that Michael Jackson song. Another part of me, because you have planets in that line up that cause events that take place here on this earth. You understand me? And in fact, let me get to the book of Luke. Let me get Luke 21. And let me get verse 25. Luke 21, verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Meaning that these political events is going to take place because these celestial objects are going to go into the positions. Like that moon, like the waves roaring. Why? Because of that moon. That moon messes with our tides, right? That sun, that heat drives our weather patterns. Do you understand me? See, so the sun and the moon control our weather patterns down here on earth. The moon controls our behavior down here on earth because they are in relations to each other. Do you understand me? See, so when he speaks to his creation, he speaks through his creation, all his creation. Through the trees, through the rocks, through the birds, through the animals, and through humans. What's the scripture? Hebrews 1, he's spoken to us through the prophets, and the last day he's spoken to us through his son. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's read verse 6 again. Even so the time also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and ending and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. And how you going to escape is those commandments. Go back to Luke 21 and 36. Watch unto prayer that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that's going to take place. You understand me? See, so these politicians already know the play. Okay? It's just that you all lack understanding. Okay, or what this game is about. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. In fact, let me get on Revelations 22 and 16, I believe, or 14. Yeah, 14, Shalaki. Revelations 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments. Listen. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. See, so those commandments is what's going to save you. Do you understand me? Ain't no Democratic Party ain't going to save you. And y'all keep on looking for these civil rights leaders to save you. Ain't no black civil rights leader going to get you out these curses of Deuteronomy 28. Do you understand me? These black politicians, they're not going to deliver you out of economic. Help you in understanding what you worship. Salaki, you understand me? Karl Marx is black. You understand me? You have a lot of black people that's into socialism, that's Marxist. You understand me? They don't believe in God. They believe in the governance system of man because, see, you have to understand, the commandments is one legal system that's composed of two. The 1 through 5 deals with man and God. 6 through 10 deals with man and man. And 6 through 10 is where the governance system of man come in. Because Karl Marx believed in the philosophical system. He don't believe in a divine system. That's why even when you go to the church is a religious divine organization, religious organization, governance system of man, religious governance system. But they're not designed to teach you what you worship, but to keep you in the philosophical issues. You understand me? Because you have to understand the church and the commandments of man goes against Yahweh God. That's why I keep trying to tell you all, Christianity, Judaism, Abrahamic religions, and all these religions are nothing but mockery and plagiarism of the Hebrew scriptures. They make a mockery out of Yahweh God. Christianity make a mockery out of Yahweh God. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so that's what y'all have to learn and understand. All right, let me get to the book of Matthew 24. And then let's get And let me get 29. Matthew 24 verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days. So when he says the tribulation, immediately after the tribulation, those tribulations, again, what I'm talking about are those political events that's going to take place. You understand me? Where you're going to have these politicians that do not have no spiritual belief system, they're going to come into power. Why? Because the American people, the so-called African Americans, lack understanding what they voted for, going to put these people right back into power. And then they're going to turn around and enslave them. Go back to Lamentations. Our end is come. Because y'all look for a nation that ain't going to save you. But yet that nation going to enslave you because they already know. The last act of wickedness is that chip system. Because once that chip is in your ass, you're not coming back. You understand me? There is no coming back now. Same thing with in the music business. Once you walk down that road, it ain't no coming back. Once you walk inside that door, music door, it ain't no coming back out that door. You ain't coming back out like how you was when you went in. Do you understand me? A lot of entertainers, they'll fail to this. You understand me? They try to beat it and try to get out of it, but at the end of the day, they have no hope with Yahweh God because they done already rejected the commandments of Yahweh God and embraced the religious ideology, fame, and fortune of man. See, so they had gained the world and they lost their soul in the process. Do you understand me? So immediately after that tribulation, now those are going to be political events that's going to take place. Do you understand me? Let me go into the book of Daniel. And let me get Daniel 8 and what, 23? Daniel chapter 8 verse 23. And in the latter time of their kingdom, when the transgressors are come to a full, a king of fierce continuance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. Why? Because y'all gonna vote him in. You understand me? Y'all gonna vote him in. Verse 25. And through his policies also he shall cause the craft to prosper in his hand, and magnify him, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. You understand me? See, so these policies and regulations are dark. Do you understand me? There's no light in them. They're going to get tighter and tighter because they coming. You understand me? These Democrats, when they get back into power, if they get back into power, they coming for all those that voted for Trump. You understand me? And the Republicans, they are in part on it too. Because see, understand the right wing and the left wing makes America flop. You understand me? The Democrat, it just create the opposition. You understand me? Now understand with the color and the Republican. Understand, even though you have white Republicans, but understand the Republican Party base is black because America was founded by blacks. You understand me? The Moors are considered Israelites and Muslims. They founded America, been founded before the white man ever came. George Washington became president in 1788. Do you understand me? Not in 1776. George Hanson was the first black president. You had 7 black presidents before George Washington. You understand me? But there's a lot of parts of history that they're not going to tell you. And then parts of history that they don't want you to know. Because once you know, you'll understand that this political game is not about color. You understand me? And then you'll know that the Democrats are the KKK. Do you understand me now? Today Democrats, they don't know that they are part of a KKK agenda. But the people today, they philosophically is on the same page and on the same mind. They equally yoked with the Democratic agenda. Like I told one dude on my job, you're a Democrat, but you don't know the agenda. I know y'all whole agenda. Okay, I know what the plans, I know what type of shit y'all into. And he don't even know. And he got mad because I told him about his Democratic agenda. Because you don't know, so you feel stupid. See, what happened is that a lot of y'all lack understanding and feel stupid. Okay, and the Bible called it sottish. Because y'all are sottish in y'all thinking. Because see, like Baltimore, that shit ran by black people, right? But them black kids can't even read and write. They can't even graduate from school. You understand me? The media, they don't want to talk about that. Abby Phillips, CNN, MSNBC, they don't want to talk about that. Simone, they don't want to talk about that. You understand me? Only thing they want to talk about in the media outlets is racism. Why? To keep you stupid, to keep you diluted. You understand me? So you lack understanding of what you watching. That's why when you go in my videos, T.F.Y, Miami Israelite, you're gonna see politics and religion. And I constantly keep y'all into politics and religion. Why? Because throughout my videos, you'll get an understanding of this whole political game, and you'll know and understand what you worship. Guaranteed, that's a fact. Okay? And you learn that you are Israel. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. In fact, let's go to Revelations 8. And I'm going to start at 1. Revelation chapter 8 verse 1. And when he had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about a space of half an hour. And I saw the 7 angels which stood before Yahweh, and to them were given 7 trumpets. And another angel came and stood at the altar having a golden censer. And there was given unto him much incense that should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended before Yahweh out of the angels' hands. Meaning that when we pray, it goes to the angels. The angels take it to the Father. But all the prayers about the end time, the prayers about pushing his kingdom, it finally reached the ears of Yahweh God through the angels, because the angels are the mediators. Until Christ come, now Christ is that mediator. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 5. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into, listen, and cast it into the earth. And there were voices, thundering, lightning, and an earthquake. And what cast into the earth, that fire, was what we call not solar flares, but mass ejection coronas from the sun. You understand me? Because see, understand that you got holes in the ozone layer, and that heat is coming through the ozone layer, and it's messing with these volcanoes. It's disturbing our weather patterns, and whatnot. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. You heard voices. Why? Because you're going to hear a lot of people screaming on that day. Not on that day, but when these events starting to take place, you're going to hear people screaming. You're going to hear thundering and lightning. Why? Because, again, those celestial objects controls our weather patterns. Meaning that the moon will not give no light, right? So what happened is, not the moon, but the sun. If sun don't hit that water and carry all that heat through the the belt, here on Earth, and that heat is not traveling around the continent, what's going to happen is that you're going to have unpredictable weather. You're going to have hurricanes just coming out of nowhere, back to back, F5, 10 tornadoes coming out of nowhere, tsunamis coming out of nowhere, because those celestial objects control our weather patterns. Do you understand me? That's why I told you, astronomical cataclysmic events is going to trigger these political events. The world is going to come to a close. You understand me? These politicians already know the agenda. They already know the play. Do you understand me? The whole game is to enslave you. You understand me? Because y'all don't understand what y'all worshiping. You understand me? Let's read that again. Verse 5. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire of the altar and cast it into the earth. And there were voices, thundering, lightning, and an earthquake. Why? Because that fire, because of that fire and that volcanic, right? Because see, understand, when that sun hits the volcano and the volcano releases ashes and plasmas up into thousands of miles up into the outer spirit, to the earth. Not to the earth, Shalaki, but to the sun. Because see, the sun and volcanic activity are in connection with each other. Do you understand me? Especially when the and the rotation of the earth when it goes around that sun. You understand me? It is what it is. See, like you have a lot of volcanic eruptions take place due to the fact that the sun and the earth is heating up. You understand me? See, the celestial object plays a part into our weather pattern. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. That once our weather pattern is out of line, then our ecosystem becomes out of line. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 6, and the seventh angel which had seven trumpets prepared themselves to sound. The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast unto the earth, and third parts of the trees were burnt, and all the grass burnt up. Meaning that due to that sun and solar flares, because see, you have a lot of solar flares in the dark spots that's reaching out into space. See, understand, although the earth has that magnetic field, yet we getting hit with left and right with solar flares and solar storms, and they releasing all that energy. Do you understand me? And it's hitting the earth, and then you have holes in the ozone layer from the from man's doing too. You feel what I'm saying? Understand me? See, so you have both parts right now, and the part that AOC talking about is the man part. So what they want to do is restrict y'all mobility, limit y'all freedom. Okay, so if you want to drive to your auntie house, you can't. You'll have to walk. You understand me? It is what it is. Or you have no walkable cities because you have these climate activists, right? But see, these climate activists trying to save the climate, but they can't save the climate. Do you understand me? But the politicians already know this. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna play the climate game too, so that they can stay in the power. Why? Because y'all gonna vote these people into power. It's all about power. You understand? What's that song? The Locks? Money, power, and respect. That's what this is about. It's not about skin color. Do you understand me? And a lot of you all, boy, y'all need to understand some things, right? See, so what happened is that, like how in a lot of these hailstorms that take place, well, those hailstorms, those golf balls is not going to be white. They're going to be red. Why? Because there's going to be so much heat in that clouds, to where they hailstorms form up and they start heating up into the atmosphere. Do you understand me? Because see, understand, we're gonna get into a lot of things, especially about the firmament. Y'all have to understand some things, okay? See, so understand that this world is coming to a close. All right, and these politicians know, right? And the world come to a close, whether you choose to accept or believe it or not. At the end of the day, whether you hear it or not, this world will come to a close because history repeats itself. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's go on. Let's finish. Go to 8. Revelations chapter 8, verse 8. And the second angel sounded, and as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea, and third parts of the sea became blood, and third part of the creatures which were in the sea had life, died, and third parts of the ships were destroyed. And basically what he's talking about is not an asteroid hitting inside that mountain, inside the water. What he's talking about is those tectonic plates that's inside the Pacific Ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean. You understand me? Because you got to understand the Pacific, you have their ring of fire, and the world is clumped together. See, so you have tectonic plates that's going to shift, that's going to move, that's going to pop up and cause those tsunamis. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Or you're going to have those, say like you're in the water, you're going to have volcanic, volcanoes coming up out of the water, coming out of the ground through the water, spilling out all that fire and lava and ashes. Do you understand me? Live like a like the water is on fire, or like a asteroid that's on fire, that's in the water, that's burning. But that's those volcanoes coming up through the water. They don't causing tsunamis. Do you understand me? Because of the tectonic plates. You understand me? Especially when the world shifts. You understand? It is what it is. See, so you have to understand that the sun and the moon, these celestial objects, controls our weather patterns here on Earth. You understand me? So when we go back, let's go back. Luke. Let's go back to Luke 21 and 25. Luke 21 verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves warring. Listen, verse 26. Men hearts failing for fear. Listen, men hearts failing for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. The powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in clouds with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads up, for your redemption draw nigh. Because why? Those celestial objects is going to let you know that Yahweh God is here. Why? Because he exists through his creation. You understand what I'm saying? Let's read verse 28 again. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up, lift your heads up, for your redemption draw nigh. That's why Yahweh Shai told you to watch and pray, because you have to look after these celestial events that's taking place. Not only the political events on social media, but you also have to check out the church movement too. They political agendas. You understand me? See, so you have to watch out all things. You understand me? You have to look out. And that sign basically talking about the cosmos, but talking about the constellation. Because the 12 tribes of Israel are related to the 12 the 12 tribes of Israel is related to the 12 zodiac signs. Do you understand me? So when Yahweh Shai come back, you're gonna see the zodiac sign Aries. Because Aries comes up in the spring. Do you understand me? See, understand that what take place in the heavens take place down here on earth. Do you understand me? Man and the cosmos are in connections with each other. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is what it is, alright? See, so man's hearts is going to be scared what's taking place. Do you understand me? It is what it is. And what's going to happen is that those volcanics and those going to come up out of that water, right? When those tectonic plates slip and cause a volcanic reaction to take place, and those waves, those tsunamis is going to destroy the coast of countries, right? They coastal lines, and they coastal lines, and where they they harbor is going to be destroyed, because them waves are going to come and crash all that, destroy all that, take it in land and bring it right back out to sea. Take it right back in land and bring it right back out in sea. Do you understand me? So when they're talking about the ships destroyed, talking about countries' economic system, because then when it comes time to trade, they won't be able to trade. They won't be able to send any goods over here, or any goods can come over there because of the tsunami and the ships are destroyed. Do you understand me? See, so understand the signs and effects. The signs are astronomical, and effects are physical effects that's going to take place. Physically, the economic country is going to fall. America and all the other countries are going to fall economically. Do you understand me? Due to the fact of that, this burning in the angel, what it is, verse 8. And the second angel sounded, and it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea. Meaning that volcanic is going to look like a fucking mountain or asteroid in that sea. You understand me? It is what it is. Let's go down to verse 10. And the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon third parts of the river and upon the fountains of the water. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And third parts of the water became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were bitter. Now, it's not so much talking about the water flow system, like the water reserve that the star is going to hit. See, understand, wormwood is judgment. It's symbolic for judgment. Now it started to ball of fire. That ball of fire is going to hit the earth. Do you understand me? And the waters are going to be bitter. Why? Because all that nickel and iron that's in that asteroid, and when it bust through our atmosphere and when it hits the ground and melt, it's going to go all into the water system. Do you understand me? And that's going to mess up the ecosystem, because then now the waters are bitter because they are contaminated. Do you understand me? And then you're going to have the acid rain that's going to take place. You understand me? That's going to make vegetation even more uninhabitable. You understand me? So after a while, the land America is going to become uninhabitable. You understand me? And the process of time is going to take place. See, so they push this Green New Deal to you all. They push these agendas because they know that their time is up. And they know that this is coming down because, see, understand, 6 days, he created the heavens and the earth, he created the end time, and those 6 days is basically up. You understand me? Because, see, understand, and if you want to go by the Exodus, we've been in America for 200 and something plus years. See, so we ain't been in America 400 years, because when y'all want to count the slave trade back in the 1600s. See, so that's a miscalculation. You understand me? America been running for close to 300 years, and we've been in slavery for about 300 years in America. Do you understand me? So we got 100 and most some years before all these events take place, or that second Exodus take place. Do you understand me? But in that 100 years, you're going to have these events take place, because you're going to have foreign policies come together. They're going to clash with each other. Do you understand me? That's why Christ saying, where we at in Matthew? Let me get Matthew 24:7. Matthew 24 verse 7. For nation shall rise against nations, and that means nationalities. You're going to have the Haitians going against the white people, the Edomites against the black people, and that's what you see here today, the Edomites and the so-called African Americans. But it's disguised as racism and equal justice. All these are political terminologies. All these are nothing but weapons of war. But y'all don't understand that, because y'all lack the understanding of what this game is about and what these politicians talking about when it comes to their terminology. Because, see, understand, these politicians, these elite are acting out Yahweh prophecy, because Yahweh prophecies are played out through these politicians' agendas. I keep trying to tell you all that. For a nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. And all these are the beginning of sorrow. Meaning all ain't nothing but the beginning of sorrow. Do you understand me? See, so the events going to take place, like with that Russia 8 point something. Okay, you have I think you have about like 2 or 3 more volcanic eruptions taking place, because you have solar flares from the sun. Do you understand me? See, understand, astronomically cause cataclysmic events down here on Earth. You understand me? Holes in the ozone layer. See, so you have the salt water that's melting down. You have fresh water that's on the top. So now it intensifies hurricanes from a tropical storm to a category 5 in 24 hours. Do you understand me? You have that fresh water. You understand me? Start at the bottom. See, so y'all have to understand that this world is coming to a close. And how you know that it's coming to a close? Because you can see the cataclysmic events starting to take shape. Do you understand me? You get to see all these things. All right, let's finish up. Verse 12. 11, because it's bitter, and that ain't nothing but judgment. So let's go to, let me get Proverbs 5 and 4 right quick. Proverbs chapter 5 verse 4. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet shall go down to death, her steps take hold of hell. And that's judgment, and wormwood is judgment. Do you understand me? Let me get Lamentations. Let me go into the book of Lamentations. Let me get 3 and 15 right quick. Lamentations chapter 3 verse 15. He hath filled me with bitterness. He hath made me drunken with wormwood. He hath broken my teeth with the gravel stone, and he covered me with thy ashes. And he's talking about wormwood is judgment. Do you understand me? That judgment is bitterness. When they gave that water, they gave that wormwood to Christ, Yahweh Shai was like, nah, he didn't even drink it. That's how that's how bitter it is. You understand me? See, so when that star hits, when that asteroid hits, that's judgment gonna take place. Now you got asteroid the asteroid Apophis Shalaki are gonna come by in 26, right? And it's supposed to come like what 19,000 miles to the Earth underneath the geosatellites, so close to the Earth to where the Earth atmosphere, not atmosphere, or its gravity is gonna mess with that rock. You understand me? And then between that rock and the satellites, you got a keyhole, a gravitational keyhole. Now, if it thread that keyhole, it's going to hit the Pacific. If it goes in the middle of that keyhole, it's going to hit in the Atlantic. Do you understand me? But then when you go to calculations of NASA, it's not going to hit when it passes by in 2026, but it's going to come by in 2036. You understand me? And then again at 68. But then you have another 2 more asteroids that's about to get ready to pass by America. I mean, not America, but by the world. I mean, the globe. You understand me? See, so you have to understand these celestial objects are starting to heat up. You understand? These asteroids that's coming close to the Earth are starting to come very close, very close, very close. You understand me? And like you had that asteroid that blew over Russia in the skies. Not the 1908, but the one that blew over Russia several years ago in the 2000s, because that shit came from around the sun, and it came at an angle and it exploded. But then you had a conspiracy about that the government set that up so that they can see how an asteroid the effects of an asteroid here on Earth, so that they can prepare for it. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Okay? But see, so understand these celestial objects is starting to take shape. So you have to watch out too. Not just these agendas of the GOP or the Republican. You understand me? You just can't sit there and listen to CNN all day. Okay? You can't sit there and listen to Joe and T.Y and Roland Martin all day. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to become lost. You're not going to understand anything, and then you're going to become enslaved. Go back to Lamentations. You put it into your own self because you lack understanding of what you're voting for. You understand me? See, so Chicago, like Detroit never had a white Republican. They always had a Democrat. But why is Chicago still, not Chicago, Detroit City, why it's still boarded up? Why it's still poor? Why the black people still don't have nothing? Same thing with Chicago. Same thing with Baltimore. Same thing with New York. Same thing with Philadelphia. Same thing with Washington, D.C. These black people don't give a fuck about you, nigga. They don't care. These black people don't care nothing about you so-called African Americans, even though they are African Americans themselves. That's why you have to understand, this is not about skin color. You understand me? Whites been working with blacks since the beginning of time. And to this day, they still work together. Even in the Civil War, you had black people and white people working together. Okay, you understand me? Harriet Tubman walked into the Hall of Fame on that movie, The Railroad with Harriet Tubman. At the end of the day, what happened? At the end of that movie, she walked into the Hall of Fame room, and see nothing but white and black people. Do you understand me? Like again, the first black slave owner was a black man. Niggas own niggas. Okay? Let's keep it there. See, so understand that racism, you can save it. Because y'all don't know y'all history. Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Understand me? Let me get Deuteronomy 32. Let me get Deuteronomy 32, and let me go down to 24. Deuteronomy 32 verse 24. They shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat and with the bitter destruction. I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them, with the poisonous, with the poison of serpents of the dust, meaning that the government, he gonna send the government at you, and those teeth are those politicians, are those representatives that's gonna come at you, and they're gonna be pushing these policies that's gonna bite your ass. Do you understand me? And what happened is that these policies gonna bite your ass to where your ass gonna be hungry. And he talking about economically, talking about these agendas that's gonna economically enslave your ass to where you ain't gonna have nothing to eat. Do you understand me? Cause you ain't got no chip in you. You gonna die to diseases, to famine, and whatnot. See, so understand this game is realer than what you think it is. You understand me? See, y'all playing with it, but y'all don't understand the nature of what's taking place with these politicians. Do you understand me? Y'all debating about it. Y'all fight quarreling about it, but y'all don't understand what this whole game is about. What these politicians do. George Bush do. Barack Obama do. Hillary Clinton already know. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's get back. Revelations. Chapter 8. Where was that? Let me start at verse 12. Revelations chapter 8, verse 12. And the fourth angel sounded, and the third part of the sun was smitten, and third part of the moon, and third part of the stars, so as the third part of them was darkened, and the day shone not for a third part of it, and the night likewise. And basically what he's talking about is those volcanic activities. Because what happens is that all that all them ashes that's going to be spilled to the outer spirit, stratosphere. Do you understand me? And what's going to happen is that those ashes is going to cover the earth to where it's going to blot out the sun. So there will be no heat to come into the earth. And what's going to happen is that you're going to have unpredictable weather patterns, because there is no heat hitting that water and traveling that water along this belt. Do you understand me? Understand? So you're going to hear them thundering, you're going to hear them lightning, you're going to hear voices. You understand me? Those voices are going to be streams. You understand me? When you turn around and see nothing but dead bodies, do you understand me? Half America destroyed and nothing but dead bodies. You understand me? Like when that tsunami happened in India, what happened when that water receded? That's all you see, nothing but dead bodies and destruction and debris. Do you understand me? That's why I keep trying to tell you all, this is some real stuff. Matter of fact, let me get Jeremiah 4 and 28 right quick. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 28. For this shall the earth mourn, and the heavens above be black, because I have spoken it, I have proposed it, and I will not repent, neither will I turn back from it. Meaning that he's not going to turn back. Do you understand me? The world will come to a close, and these politicians, they already know. Do you understand me? They already know. See, so y'all voting for agendas that y'all know nothing about. And what's going to happen is that y'all ain't have come, your life, your lifestyle, your freedom has come to an end because you enslave your own self. Because democracy don't mean free. Democracy is a philosophical view. And y'all trying to say these views that violates and make a mockery out of Yahweh God. Y'all trying to stand for these democracy, these views, which what makes a mockery out of the same faith that you claim that you believe. You understand me? And the church embraces these philosophical agendas. You understand me? They backing these politicians up. Half of these pastors are now turning into homosexuality. Do you understand me? Opening up the church to all type of wickedness. You understand me? In the name of grace. Okay, see, y'all got to understand some things, okay? There are things that y'all need to learn and understand. Do you understand me? Let's go up to, we're in Jeremiah 4. Let me go up to 23. Let's go up to 23. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 23. I beheld the earth, and lo, it was without form and void, and the heavens, and they had no light. Meaning that the world went back into the first day of creation, when it was void and dark. You understand? You understand me? Listen to what John said. Let's go to Revelations 21 and 1. Revelations 21 verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. See, so there was no more sea, meaning that the world going to go back into its original state when it was empty. Okay, now that's not saying that it was another world existed. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 24. Jeremiah 4 verse 24. I beheld the mountains, and lo, they trembled, and all the hills moved lightly. Meaning that you had that from the tectonic plates. You had small islands move or covered up through a tsunami. Do you understand me? And in fact, let me go into Revelation 7. I think what Revelation 7 and 3. Revelations chapter 7. Oh no, not 7 and 3. Lucky. Wait, where what is it? And they fled. Well, what's that scripture? I'm trying to get that, and it's like and the whole audience fled. Where is it? I know it's in Revelation. It's on the tip of my tongue too. Every mountain that fled away. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. I think what? What did I say that? I know it was in Revelations though, that the mountains and all that fled. You understand me? Because Yahweh came down, because Yahweh exists through his creation. So through these events you can see Yahweh coming down forth. Let me get I'm gonna try to see if I can go back to that, but let me get Psalms 97 right quick. I'm gonna see if I can try to remember that. Psalm 97, verse 5. Wait, I'm going to start at 2. Verse 2. Clouds and darkness are around about him. Righteousness and judgment are the inhabitations of his throne. A fire goeth before him, and burneth up his enemies round and about. And his enemies are those that are against his agenda. Against the agenda of the commandments. Put it like that. All those that hate Yahweh God and go against Yahweh God, you are an enemy. Do you understand me? A fire goeth before him, and burneth up his enemies round and about. His lightning enlightened the world, the earth saw and trembled. The hills melted like wax at the presence of the Lord, and the presence of the Lord of the whole earth. The heaven declare his righteousness, and all the people shall see his glory. And you're going to see those celestial objects come to a close, because they're going to destroy each other, because he's going to attack his creation. Do you understand me? So when the ground crack open, you're going to see Yahweh God's glory. When that volcano erupt and all spill all them ashes, and the rocks that hurled up into space come down on the other side of earth like hellfire, and coming down destroying the earth, that's Yahweh glory. You're going to see destruction in his glory. You're going to see and understand his works. That's when you go back into 2nd Ezra. Those powerful, the wonderful works, effects, and signs. Do you understand me? Verse 7. Confounded all ye be that serve graven images, that boast yourselves of idols. Worship him, ye gods. Meaning that a lot of y'all gonna be confounded because you thought Buddha, Yahuwah, Yahshua gonna save you. But he never came. Ain't no white man never came. Ain't no black man out of the sky came to grab your ass. Do you understand me? When these events took place. So y'all was confounded because religiously that y'all was taught that in these organizations. Okay, through your religious teachers. You understand me? And the gods is going to obey him, meaning that the God of Ra, the sun, he going to burn your ass. Do you understand me? The God of the water, what's his name? Atlantis, he going to drown your ass in the tsunami. The God of the grapes, what he going to do is he going to turn sour on your ass because they all going to operate off the voice of Yahweh God, because through his voice he created them. So through his voice they're going to worship him. Do you understand me? The difference is that y'all worshiping the creation and not instead of the creator. You understand me? So that creation that you worshiping, that image is not coming. Do you understand me? The God of Ra that y'all are into with these tattoos and shit, he's not coming. Do you understand me? Zeus is not coming. Thorn is not coming. Do you understand me? It is what it is. Okay, so all y'all gonna be confounded. Let me get Jeremiah 51 number in it because I have to get back to work. They better start tripping now. And I wanted to get that about the mountains fled away. But I'm gonna catch that on the next one though. Alright? So don't worry about that. We got a lot of more stuff to get into. Do you understand me? We got a lot more to get into. Alright, it's a lot more things we're going to discuss. Jeremiah 51 verse 47. Therefore, behold, the days come that I would do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, and her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Why? Because y'all going to fall victim to them policies. Because those policies didn't save you when the ground cracked open. When the famine and pestilence take place, they're not going to save you. The policies and regulations ain't going to save you. Do you understand me? Only one that's going to save you is these commandments. You understand? Hey, it is what it is, okay? I won't be able to get it, but I'm going to get you on the next one, though. You understand me? See, so learn and understand what y'all worship.